Good morning or evening, friends. Let me tell you, it's chilly outside, but it's about to get toasty, cause I'm about to roast this. Alright, I'm not gonna roast it. I'm gonna try not to roast it. I'm gonna try to be very respectful to this. As respectful as I can be, while still being honest. First and foremost, this is the Dragon Ball Fighterz beta. Open beta. This is what I've been waiting for quite some time. I have not pre-ordered yet, because I'm cheap this time, for whatever reason. And, you know, it is what it is. As you see, I got in. Took a while, but I got in. I am picking my character. I'm gonna pick your boy. Eventually. Wait till I get there. Wait for it. Your boy, Krillin. Listen, Krillin and Piccolo are two of my favorite characters in anime. Krillin, if for no other reason, just the ability to get slapped around all the time. Like, take that L all the time. I can't even spell his name right because he took all the L's. That's why he got two. I don't know if anybody else in the series except for Krillin and Piccolo have L's in their name. Simply because Krillin, at least, took all the L's. Piccolo took a lot of them too, but Krillin took all the L's. Except for that one time when he fought that one dude. What was his name? Pico, whatever. When the old dude was talking bad about him. And Krillin bopped him and raised a fist on the way out. Yes! Not to mention, Krillin is the only anime character that I know of that can get an android pregnant. Like, I don't understand. There's some logic that I'm missing here. Birds and bees. I don't get it. Anyway, I digress. Watching footage of Dragon Ball Fighterz has made me want to play or want to catch up on Dragon Ball Super. I didn't care about Dragon Ball up until this. Once I started seeing stuff on this, I started seeing characters like Hit. I started seeing characters like Beerus. And I'm like, dude, Goku Black? I'm like, my dude, I have to check this out. And so it started the fire kindling, and I missed the closed beta. I actually tried to get into the closed beta. Did not make it. Saw all the nice footage and got so jealous of the people who got a chance to play. Was very excited for the open beta, and here we are. I'm going to preface this, because I'm going to go back to this in a second, with saying that I enjoy Street Fighter, and I've got some Street Fighter 5 videos coming. I really enjoy Street Fighter. I did not have my PS4 when Street Fighter 5 came out. That's important because the Street Fighter 5 beta was considered part of the problem with the rollout for Street Fighter 5. It was a tremendous problem that caused a lot of people to not even want to play the game. People were waiting for hours and hours and could not get in. And lo and behold, that's exactly what we have going here. I feel like Namco Bandai should have done a little better of a job they should have called Capcom on the phone, dog. They're like, hey, how do y'all have your server set up so we don't run into the same problems that you guys have? I don't know what they were anticipating. I don't know if it is server overcrowding. I don't know if it's just their servers aren't that good. I don't know what the problem is. But dude, all I see is problems. But I do see some people getting in, and if you did get a chance to get in and play, that is amazing, and I am happy for you. Congratulations. I hope you had a great time. I hope they extend it once they get the problem fixed. I do not want them to extend it if the problem is not fixed. I intend to kind of check tomorrow. I don't have to work tomorrow. I'm going to check and see if I can get in, and if I can get in, I'm going to check and see if I can get a match. I don't know if that's going to work, but if nothing else, that'll give me a little free time while I study. I can be studying and looking for a match, and if so, I will send you I will put up the footage of the matches that I get, so long as they're pretty decent quality. That's kind of what I had to deal with Street Fighter tonight. Had some matches that weren't great quality, but that's okay. As you see, when you get in, you get to see the overworld. As I understand, this is something that you can see a lot in Blaze Blue and I think Guilty Gear, where you get to get your little character, run around the little overworld, and experience different parts of the game. It is an amazing setup. Like, To be able to walk around and see Capsule Corporation, to see Kami House over there. You see the little blue on the side up there, that waterfall? That is Kami House. I don't know what you do at Kami's house because you can't check into it just yet because they didn't give you that. But it's Kami House. But right now, you are able to come over to this little cloud and get some training done. I kind of wish this was the hyperbolic time chamber. If they had just put that on the hyperbolic time chamber, I think that would have been nice. But they didn't have to. It's cool. We get some training in. Right now we're learning how to do those Kai Blasts. The training is pretty standard fare. It's just a matter of what do you want to learn to do in this game. This is how you play. The gameplay feels basic. Like very, very basic. Like if you can throw a Hadouken, congratulations, you've figured out most of this game. If you played any Marvel vs. Capcom game, and you've played... Actually, if you played any Marvel vs. Capcom game, you're probably very well suited to play this game. If you've played any fighting game whatsoever with the quarter circle motions, you're in much better position. But as you see, the game looks beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's so gorgeous, even in motion. Ah, so good. I particularly like this Vegeta outfit right now. That Vegeta costume with that color is great. There are some characters that appear to be kind of palette switches. I didn't get a chance to play with them, obviously, but I think for the most part they've done a pretty good job of saying we're going to try to make characters as different as possible and keep up with the lore of the game. It's my understanding that every single... I'm going to say that a lot, by the way. Take a shot every time I say it's my understanding. You might lose a kidney, so don't do it. Or a liver, sorry. In fact, you might just melt your entire insides into a pool of alcohol. I can't help you with that. I don't have bills for that. I don't have money. Sorry. Checking to see how many were left in the tutorials. Pretty good bit. Pretty hefty tutorial, which is good. Because I couldn't do anything else in the game. And by the way, what this video will have is basically my experience in this game in its entirety. That's right. I cut this to 43 minutes and 17 seconds. When we get to about 35, I'll show you a new part of the game. But in those 43 minutes and 17 seconds, this is indicative of pretty much all I've done. And at one point, I literally had the game running and just went about my day. No changes, no changes. But we'll get to that in a second. Again, there might be a little toasting going on. A little roasting. No hate, but roasting. Anyway, game's pretty standard fare like I was saying. Tutorial's very standard fare, very bare bones, but it gives you everything that you need to know to be great at this game. Yamcha coming in, baby. Woo! I gathered there are 4 basic attack buttons. There's your lights, your mediums, your heavy, and your Kai Blast. Add into that your tag buttons, add into that your super button. The super button is basically one button that when done with the motion, you get all kinds of goodies. With the quarter circle forward, you get a basic Kai Blast, like a Kamehameha or something like that. Quarter circle back, you get the meteor attack. The meteor attack is usually the 3-bar move. I may have said that too fast. We're going to see that later on in this very tutorial. But yeah, it's neat. Excuse me with the yawning. Oof. Look at that. Tien Shin Han. I like how they did his eye too. His eye looks really good. That's a really beast outfit for him too. I didn't like the Dragon Ball Z outfit with the the green pants and all that kind of jazz. I wasn't a big fan of that. This outfit is much better. That was not green pants. Look at it. It's not green. Believe it or not, I was trying to block all that time. It just wasn't working. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah. I'm a guard master. And now I'm having to block and he is running away from me. That is something I don't like. That's something they have to fix in the code. That I can run at him and he not attack. Come back. Come back. He's jumping. What are we doing? Still waiting. Still waiting. Alright. See how terrible that was? Maybe it wasn't supposed to be that bad. Maybe I did something wrong. But if the goal is to block attacks, you need to have them throw an attack. If you want to make it difficult to know when the attack's coming, that's fine. But all that backing up and jumping, that's kind of a waste of time. Boom! Learn some maneuvers. Yeah. Yeah. As you see, the buttons in this game aren't that difficult, and it's really easy to do things that feel pretty epic. Like hitting people with strong attacks, then chasing after them after they bounce off the wall and doing more damage. That is so easy and feels so epic. Doing the little teleport behind them, pew, and then kick them, bah! Or punch them into another wall, boom, where they bounce off that and you can hit them with your super. Oh, it's so easy, but it feels so good. And I think that's the best part about this game. It feels so good. Like at every point of the game, it actually feels good. Like it doesn't just feel like you're just cobbling some stuff together. The game itself feels amazing to play. And I think that's a big thing, particularly if you're a Dragon... I don't know if you're not a Dragon Ball fan, because I used to be a big Dragon Ball fan. So if you've never had anything to do with Dragon Ball, you know, I can gather that you might not like that. You know what I'm saying? You might be playing this game and thinking, yeah, that's cool, that's neat, it's flashy, but, you know, whatever. But as a fan of Dragon Ball, yo, everything in this game just feels good. When you get that nice little attack string, and you bounce him up in the air, and you pop up behind him, finish up the combo, and you hit him with a Kamehameha, it feels so good. When you do the destructive finish, which you'll see a little bit later, oh my gosh, it feels good. Watch this. Rah! I missed him. I missed him. The power-up does not feel good, but it feels legit. Like, that's part of the game. That just happens to be part of the game. Because it should be. Because it's part of the show. Like, and you get to do the thing that you wish people would have done during the show, where you just run up and smack somebody in the face. Oh. Look at that. Look at that. I had to teabag the computer because that felt so good. But say you're charging up right there. See how you ran up at me? That's something you expect to happen, right? You expect during the show when somebody is sitting there yelling, ah! Why is nobody punching him in the face? Like, I can get Vegeta because he has this whole Saiyan pride thing, and Goku just wants the best fight he can have and that kind of thing. My boy Krillin, my boy Piccolo, Yamcha, Tien, when they were sitting there yelling and screaming and rocks are floating up and blowing, why is nobody coming and kicking that dude in the face? Or at least trying to. Throw a Kai Blast his way or something. Do something. No, we just sit back and watch. And now it feels a little more realistic because you still get the fun of that charge up. Ah, but you also get to run up there and smack somebody in the mouth. Also, it feels like there's a little bit of recovery after that. It doesn't feel like it's just, you know, I'm going to charge up and as soon as I stop charging up, everything's going to be fine. No, it feels like you have to recover just a little bit when you're doing that charge up. So it's not going to be something where you can just charge. Okay, they ran, I'm going to block real quick. If you waste too much time trying to charge, oh, we lighten you up. Oh, we lighten you up. We might do level 3 just to hit you. As you see, the tag system is very dynamic on this one, and very in keeping with the show itself. And I got my boy in. Yeah. Right now, I'm not understanding the instructions given to me because I'm not fully reading the instructions given to me. And there you go. Reading is fundamental, people. Krillin seems like a very fun character. I've thrown a rock at somebody. That's great. He does that little thing where he pops up behind himself and attacks. That's awesome. He throws out Sensu Beans if he's your assist, which is great. I kind of want to see the assist thing a little bit more to see if you can work around with your assist. Because I want to know if I'm able to change my assist to something that I want it to be. Like if I can, well, you can destructo disc on assist a little bit, but if I can pick a particular attack that I want to do, I'd like that a lot better. Even if it's solar flare. How about we do something special? How about we do something special? Did I do it? No, I didn't do it. I messed it up. Ow. Yeah, take that punch to the gut. Look at Gohan. Little baby Gohan. I think they have baby Gohan and adult Gohan. If there is another like skin or something like that, I would not mind seeing a Great Saiyaman. Yeah. Ah, Krillin, I love you so much. I wouldn't mind seeing like a Great Saiyaman or something like that, Gohan. We may never see it, but I would not mind seeing that. I think that's really neat. And there's potential to put in a lot of different costumes in all of these things. The classic ones are great. I don't have a problem with any of the classic outfit costumes they have, but I would love to see that if they put in a little more for the lore of the show. And with ArcSys behind it, it wouldn't surprise me if they did just that. Particularly because playing this game, you can tell there's a lot of love. Like the people who are playing this game or who made this game, it feels like they actually watched and enjoyed the show. And I know they've gotten people who have helped create the show, but it's one thing to have those people on board. EA Games. It's one thing to have them on board. It's another thing to have people who actually care about making a very good experience. And I think that's what they did here. They didn't just want to make a game, they wanted to make an experience. And so far, I think they have delivered on just that. Just being able to make an experience that while you play, again, watching this game played feels like you're watching a Dragon Ball episode. That being said, I mean, come on, man. It's a lot of times at least right now, particularly, you feel like you're watching the same thing over and over and over again because nobody really knows any combos or anything like that. And people, well, maybe they do. I don't know. I haven't been able to get in and see it. If you're watching me, it looks like I suck because I suck. And, you know, I'm trying to learn new things. But I gather the way they do their auto combos, since they have a light, a heavy, and a medium auto combo. Even though the heavy combo is not really doing that much, but because they have one for each, I imagine we're going to run into and see a lot of different auto combos. Particularly because, as we'll see, you can apparently summon the dragon that way, which is not good. I don't like that. Look at that! Look at that! Okay, Krillin missed, but I mean, what's more Krillin than missing your attack, right? Yeah, I want to see what I can do with that too. I bet I can call in an assist on that, or call in my tag, and go from there. That would be awesome. Ooh, see? Kick him in his mouth. There's no reason to sit there and watch that. Oh. That's what I like. That's what I like. Dropping them bombs on them, baby. I'm gonna put 6 dots on my head. Well, I would, but I don't, you know, Mark of the Beast and all that kind of stuff. That's a little too close to home. I ain't doing that. I ain't dying for Krillin. Thank you. Maybe for a cosplay one day. But even then, I ain't dying for Krillin. No, thank you. As you see, there is a plethora of characters. They don't let you get a full reign, but I think they kind of let you play characters that will make you feel, kind of understand what you're getting into with the game. I think Goku's a pretty straightforward character. I think Gohan, especially Kid Gohan, is a little more straightforward, but not 100%. And I think that Krillin is actually a very different character, and that's why I wanted to train with him so much, just because he doesn't flow quite as well as the other characters do, and I'm very interested in what I can do to, you know, become more effective with him. I guess I'll wait till the game comes out. Oh, ArcSys, if you see this, if y'all do fix the servers and you want to make it up to us, go ahead and let us play with all the characters. Yeah. Yeah, do that. Do that, Arxis. Yeah, appreciate that. I have rambled through most of this tutorial here, mainly because it doesn't really matter. It's a tutorial. You can watch the tutorial and see exactly how the game goes. You did see right there, Krillin popped in and threw out the Senzu Bean. Because I was not on it, I did not get the Senzu Bean. I'd go back and find that. But my health dramatically increased. I think it got all my red health back just from catching that Senzu Bean, which is great. Come on now. Boom, 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 boom. Boom! Look at that. Did you see that? How epic was that? Now, I happen to know Gohan's level 3 because I've been watching enough of this to see it. I think we'll see it in a little bit. Cyberman is trying to mess me up. Nappa is taking full advantage of that. Plants another Cyberman. Gohan keeping pressure on him. Hit him with them kicks. And now we're fighting Yamcha. Well, no. I was gonna say at this stage, that was a bad idea. I was gonna say at this stage in the story, it may have been a good fight to see Gohan versus Yamcha. That is Super Saiyan Gohan. And he can do this. That wouldn't have been a good fight at all. Yamcha would have got wrecked. And a Senzu Bean for good measure. How about that? Oh, these wind poses look so great. I'm not gonna cry. It's so beautiful. I was a fan of playing Dragon Ball Budokai and Tenkaichi. Vontez, if you hear this, when this game comes out, get you a little time to practice. I'm gonna beat you down. You hear me? I'm gonna beat you down, Tez. Yeah. 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 Get ready. You too, Robert. Anyway. I was a big fan of playing Budokai and Tenkaichi and that kind of stuff. It was really nice to be able to get into the Dragon Ball world and learn different attacks and that type of thing. This game feels a lot more fluid than those games did. I don't know if I just happen to like the 2 or 2.5D more than the 3D or whatever it is, but this just feels a lot more fluid, and because of that, it feels a lot more fun. It's a lot of fun to play. It's really easy to pick up and play too. Look at that music. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't expect to do that at all. That was different. So they're letting me know how to summon the Dragon Balls. This kind of troubles me. I think Maximilian put out a video about this earlier today. You can basically get all of the Dragon Balls by simply mashing X or mashing square. As long as they connect, you get it. And then you summon the dragon by getting this, mashing square. Now, I think there's some question and or speculation as to whether or not you can simply mash square, or whether or not both sides get the Dragon Balls. And then it just becomes who's at levels. Oh, I'm sorry. Not just by mashing square do you summon Shenron. You have to mash square and be at 7 bars. I think there's some question as to whether both sides get it. I think both sides do get it though. Once there are 7 Dragon Balls, the first person to get to 7 bars and land the square combo can make their wish. I know there are 4 wishes. I think one's immortality, one's invincibility, one's reviving an ally, and something else. I can't remember what all they do. And even then, I don't know for sure what they all do. I think one of them gives you back 7 bars, but I don't know for sure, and I can't really check because I can't get back into the game. We'll save that. I'm gonna try to save my anger and rage to the last like 8 minutes or so like that. So if you're here for the roasting, you can go ahead and skip if you want to. If you've already played the tutorial and you just want to hear how I really feel about this beta experience, you can go to that, and I'll be happy to let you know how I feel. But the game itself, right now, is kind of what I want to focus on, and dude, like I said, there's a lot of love into it, and I did not complete the tutorial that time because you can't just summon Shinrons; they got to be alive for it. And unfortunately, I killed them a little too fast. Isn't that something? And again, this is just your basic square. See, that's, I think, 3. So you'd have to connect with the square combo 4 times to get rid of one character. And that's if they don't swap out or anything like that and get their red health back. One, 2, 3. He's gonna die on this one. And I don't get a ball for that. I really hope they have really beast-like English voices. I'm a big fan of English voices. Alright, that's all 7 Dragon Balls. So now we have to be up to 7, I think. Yeah, once you have all Dragon Balls, charge up 7 Kai gauges and land the square version super combo to summon Shinron. Chevron. Alright, so square, 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 square. Boom! And you're timed on when you pick it too. That's pretty neat. I didn't notice that last time. I wonder what happens if you don't pick in time. I wonder if it just gives you one, or if you just missed your opportunity. I am glad that it times you on that though, because this can be done mid-match, and I would really hate, you know, to be in the middle of a match and have to stop everything while they make their choice. Now they have a very brief window in which to do it. It's just like another cutscene, so you pretty much need to know what you're going to do before you summon Shinron. And I like that. I like that they give you all this power, they give you these options, but they basically say you need to know what you're going to do before you do it. Like, for real though, we ain't got all day to be waiting on you, particularly online. Nah, son, nah. Can you imagine if that was like in a tournament, like a head-to-head tournament, and they decided, oh, congratulations, you got the Dragon Balls. Now you have to hit all of these. You have 15 minutes to pick what you want to do, or even a minute. A minute would be too long. Alright. Which one is this one? That's pretty good, a push block. Burst. You gotta figure out exactly what all burst does as well. I really like this notion here. Really like that. Swap your opponent out, or swap your character out. I also like that in the tutorial you get to finish by defeating your opponent, giving you a chance to exercise some of the things you just learned. Boom! Boom! Now that follow is automatic, and the R1 is essentially that attack is essentially a throw. It goes through your guard and all that kind of jazz. It's a really neat attack. I enjoy it. And then you get to start your air stuff. You can actually do it in the air if you want to. Of course, that was also in the tutorial before this, but I mean, it's got a lot of options, and the game feels very fluid as you go through. You can see some of the crazy animations that Krillin has, a little less fluid as far as getting combos, but I think still just as fun. I really want to figure out what I should do after that. I'm guessing potentially go into Destructo Disc. I also want to know how I can do these things without just hitting square and triangle and circle and that kind of thing. If there's a specific button press that I can do for them, like a solar flare, or you know what to do with that. Now I didn't have to do this, but I think this is the time I went for the first destructive finish that I could. Yeah, and I missed it. Alright, so here's the destructive finish. It's the same super that you've seen, but since it's the final since the KO, look at this. Yes. Yes. It's a destructive finish because if they have another character to fight, it looks like you're fighting them in like a hollow wasteland. And that's just amazing. I love that. Because you saw that a lot of times in the show, like after a Gallic gun or something like that would go off, it would hit, or hit two beams and they'd blast off each other, and then they'd be fighting, instead of a little field or a prairie or something like that, all of a sudden they're fighting in a crater. That's really neat. You get some of that here. That's really, really, really neat. I enjoy it. Nearing the end of our tutorial phase. We've learned most of the basics in this here game. What's this one? How to charge Kai. Learn how to vanish, which is a neat trick. Learn how to do the ultimate Z charge. Boom! I just calling you, buddy. It's neat. I think you're supposed to be able to continually hit that and throw more discs. I'll have to check that when the game comes out. Apparently, you know, that's how we do. Oh, backgrounds on this game look amazing. They look amazing. It's this nice 2.5D, and dude, everything they put, all the artwork in this game is, they said most if not everything in this game is found somewhere in somebody's either TV show or manga or video, or you know, OVA or whatever. You can find it, every single animation in actual Dragon Ball Z lore, and I love that. I don't know 100% if it's true, because I kind of fell off of Dragon Ball Z for a while, but I'll say that to say this: the art style on this game is outstanding. Everything, the characters pop off the backgrounds. The backgrounds are beautiful and lush and kind of draw you in. Even when it's a smoking crater, it still just feels, see that? He threw a rock. It still looks really good and everything pops. I really enjoy it. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta hit your boy with that Destructo disc. Cut off his tail. Doing very well. Checking things out. And like I said, the tutorial is pretty standard fare, but I think it goes over all the new things to this game that you have not seen in other games. I think it goes over them fairly well. Again, it just so happens that stuff is really easy in this game. It's not difficult at all to do a vanish. It's 2 buttons. It's not difficult enough at all to charge. It's not difficult at all. It's not difficult to do a hyper, for lack of a better phrase, DHC. I mean, literally press 1 button. You don't even have to put the input in for the combo. You just press 1 button and boom, your partner comes in ready. For which I love. Alright. So we're going to learn how to be dramatic. Some awesome finishes like this. Boom. And now we're going to finish with a meteor attack. I'm going to mess up on this one because I forgot how to do a meteor attack. And then I did it by accident because I thought a meteor attack was something different. Boom! Got my timing right. And as you see, you can knock them off with that heavy and then go into the teleport. After you teleport, kick them in, it bounces them off the wall. I'm betting I can dash into them from there and continue the combo. I really hope that Goku can do those kicks, those up in the air kicks, catch him and then go into Kamehameha. That would be great. Things I can work on. And then I realized what the meteor attack was right about here. Or did I not? No, I almost messed it up. See how close I was to dropping this and having to redo the entire training thing, tutorial thing? But we saved it at the end. They just wanted me to see this destructive finish right here. Boom! Look at that! That's so neat! I'm very thrilled with the amount of love that went into this game. The game itself is amazing. I don't have anything at all negative to say about the game thus far. I'm really interested to see the storyline. I'm interested to see the other areas of gameplay, the shops, just to tour this little hub world. I'm very interested to see all that. Now I guess let's talk about the beta. Flames, son! Flames! Listen, Capcom did Street Fighter V. In their tutorial of Street Fighter V, as I understand, people were able to go into tutorial and go into training and weren't able to do a lot more other than that. They just sat around in tutorial and training, and I think they could only train with one character or two characters, maybe Ken and Ryu, something like that, and couldn't do anything else. People were very frustrated with it, because even when training, they could do tutorial, they could do training, but they could not wait for an opponent while they did so. And if they could wait for an opponent, you still ain't getting nothing. You ain't learning nothing. Nothing new is happening. Enter Dragon Ball Fighterz. Oh, yes, you can actually pick your character and pick your team and pick the stage you want to be on. That's really neat. Enter Dragon Ball Fighterz. They had the exact same problem, dog. The exact same problem. Like, you can't do anything. They give you the option to either set up for a ranked match, set up for a casual match, look at a replay, look at the rankings, or talk about news or do tutorial. Almost everything you do pulls you out of the queue. You can even communicate. They have a chat, group chat you can look at, and you can chat, but only by, so far at least, only by putting in stickers. And the stickers have a different Dragon Ball character and a phrase that goes with it. Sometimes they're like, oh, that's my boiling point, or something like that. You know, it doesn't really mean anything. Some of them say, do you want to fight? My answer is yes. You can't fight them. There's no direct challenge mode that I've seen. There's no, can't do a casual match, can't do a ranked match. See, if you look in the bottom right hand corner, there's that little pink magnifying glass. That means they're supposed to be searching for me right now. No searching. And while this is cut down in the truncated version of what I went through, dude, I was in here for legit an hour, if not more, searching for a match, and I never played a single match. Not one. As you see, I'm looking for a sticker to throw in. It paused my matchmaking. Now I started matchmaking again, just to put a little picture above my head. That's it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm not flaming them too hard, because I understand that they know things that I don't understand. I understand that there could be maybe they underestimated the capacity of people who wanted to play, which, how? Because apparently they did that during the closed beta too. They underestimated the amount of people who wanted to play the game, and I'm like, it's Dragon Ball Z, man. That's like, if at very bare minimum, that's everybody's starter anime. Like, folks who made fun of me for watching anime in high school, in middle school, yo, they were about Dragon Ball Z. Something about the yelling and screaming. And to be able to walk around in this little hub world it just hurts my soul even more. It's just more insulting to be able to walk around and do nothing. I walk around, I see all these nice little character models, and see Kami House over to the side, I see Capsule Corp over to the side. You know, I see the arena stage. I can't go to the arena stage. Some places are blocked off. Some places you just can't use. The Cell games over there. I'm thinking this is Red Ribbon, but I'm not sure. That's probably going to be for our storyline. So much stuff. It looks so great, and you can't do anything. This beta, it didn't stop me from playing the game. But I really wish that even where there's the tutorial, they allowed you to go into practice or training or something like that. Even if they only let you do it with one character, like you can go into training, but it has to be Goku. I'd appreciate that. They didn't even do that, dog. Like, they couldn't even give me that. All they said was, here's the world, walk around, wait for a match. That will never come. Now, I have seen some people are able to get in and some people are able to get some good matches going, and I really do appreciate that. I enjoy thoroughly that some people are able to thrive during this. But after waiting 45 minutes to 2 hours, somewhere around there. I know that's a big jump, but I wasn't on there the entire time. After waiting that long just to get into the beta, it sucks to get into the beta and then not be able to actually play a match. Like, I've gotten pictures from other people who are trying to play this, and they're getting the same thing I am. Can't initialize the network, can't initialize the network, can't initialize the network. Why not? Why can't we get in the network? And then you get into the network and you choose your room and everything's going great, and you're playing the game and you're liking it and you want to play more and you can't wait to get into some online matches and see how things are going. No, you can't do that. They could have given us a prelude to the story, any of the story. Like, so much they should have or could have done. They just did not do it. And it's so disheartening that such a good that this is the first experience. I think that's what hurts. That this is the first experience a lot of people will have, because I want this game to do well. It's my understanding the way they do Dragon Ball Z, they kind of look at it for 3 games and then move on. This is the first people will have to this Dragon Ball Fighterz series, and it shouldn't be like this. You should be. I think you're going to have a lot of people who were excited to get in and will be disheartened at this point. Now, I think a great majority of them will be okay if you have a B storyline. And I say that because I think a lot of people with Dragon Ball Fighterz, more so than Street Fighter or Capcom or Marvel vs. Capcom or Killer Instinct or Mortal Kombat or anything like that, people are really clamoring for the story because that's what they want to do. They want to play out their favorite anime. That's what they want to do. So I wanted to see what this guy did, and the only option they give me is to leave the lobby. Really? Really? I have to cancel my matchmaking so I can see what he does, and all he says is, "You want to get out?" It's not, "Hey man, ain't nothing popping over here, you want to go home?" That's essentially what that guy was saying. "Hey man, ain't nothing popping over here, you want to go home?" "Yeah, let's go home, man. Let's hit the hay. Go to the strip club." That's essentially what that guy does. And I just wish there was a better rollout for this. Now, again, I'm going to stick with this tomorrow. I don't have to work. It's going to be MLK Jr. Day. I live in Alabama, so it's going to be something else, but I ain't mentioning that. That's right. I'm a hater. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll see if we can get into it, see if we can have some fun. But as of right now, there's a little bit of disappointment, I won't lie, because, I mean, I was really hyped and amped to play this, but I wasn't able to, and that sucks. Anyway, that's the first experience, tutorial and whatnot. If you like, hit that like button. If you got in, give me a comment. Let me know how you're having it. If you're having a lot of fun, if you love, hit that subscribe button. If nothing else, I'll be putting up some videos soon. Thanks so much for watching with me. Peace out.